Today's mapping and tracking technologies go well beyond Google Maps and supply chain management. Today, mapping tech shows up behind the scenes in things like your search results. Tracking tech shows up in things like contactless credit cards. So how could these geospatial technologies serve Christian organizations? We had the opportunity to interview experts who gave us insider perspectives on mapping technologies and how they could actually help us advance the gospel.
The most common mapping among Christian organizations has to do with Bible distribution and church planting. Progress.Bible is mapping Bible translation efforts globally. Share Bibles has tracked nearly 100,000 Bibles distributed in 17 countries. Church planting ministries are mapping churches in Thailand, Cambodia, India, Canada, and the US. One ministry is even seeking to do it globally. A humanitarian organization in Africa is using mapping to make oil drilling rights more transparent.
Whilst mapping technologies are fairly well known, this report also covers tracking technologies. Tracking tech is most commonly made possible by RFID tags. RFID is the acronym for Radio Frequency Identification, which is similar to the tech we have in our contactless credit cards and our highway toll transponders in the car. They function similar to barcodes and can be attached to hard goods and scanned in large batches, so you can track their movement right through a supply chain. RFIDs can also be used as key cards to allow people to move into and out of secured locations. Known as smart ticketing, this market is projected to nearly triple between 2019 and 2026.
Tracking hard goods this way can be a practice of stewarding well what God has provided your organization. Similarly, mapping your organization's activities will be easier if you start with physical resources, such as church buildings, water wells, schools, or clinics. Track tangible goods like printed materials, response forms filled out, or medical supplies. This approach provides discrete, objective data for mapping and tracking. It will help you establish the infrastructure you need to track softer data points around evangelism or spiritual growth.
FaithTech's missional tech trend on mapping and tracking tech is designed to help you see how it could transform your organization's communications, goals, and possibly impact your overall vision. And if you are concerned about what the Bible says about mapping and tracking, like we are, the report tackles that too. So dive in, download the report, and continue your study into exploring how mapping and tracking technologies can help you advance the gospel here on Earth.